Today on our show, man,
The Super Bowl happened.
and we did not fucking watch it, but we watched every trailer, all the ones about comic books.
Trailers.
That's what this episode of Fat Man and Batman's all about. Start now.
Pew, 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 pew.
Hello.
Hello, true believers.
And welcome back to another episode of Fat Man and Batman. I'm Kevin Smith.
Marc Bernardin.
So,
Hey.
how are you?
I'm doing well, sir.
Good.
How are you?
The Super Bowl happened. I didn't watch it. Somebody won. It was a victor.
It
You'd imagine I'd be into it, too. It's like dudes in colorful costumes fighting each other.
It is exactly like a Joel Schumacher did a sporting event.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I should be in it. They got colorful costumes and names, masks. I should be all over this shit, but I was so bored.
They might have skates on.
Sometimes, depending.
That's also called hockey.
No, there's a sport, Marc Bernardin.
The sport of kings.
We can't get into that. We don't have enough time to get into how awesome hockey is on this show. But when the Super Bowl happens, kids, there are a few moments for people like us who don't give a fuck about the pig iron and the grid skin or whatever the fuck it's called. They put up big fat commercials and big fat movie trailers. That's when every movie theater is like, zip. Look at it.
Welcome
Look
to
at
my
it.
summer.
It's on the table. So we got to see some big fat movie dicks or tits, depending on how you look at that sort of thing.
Veins of joy.
Oh, all over the place. Face, neck, and chest. Nothing but trailers. So we're going to go over them, man. That's what we're going to talk about. And we all watched them. We're not going to show you the trailers. Go watch them online.
I'm pretty sure they're sitting right next to this. Like, YouTube gives you everything else you could want from YouTube.
Also, everyone watching this show has seen every one of these trailers already.
Yes.
Nobody's going to be surprised by any of this shit, but we got to do our bit, man. We're going to talk about it. Put our stamp on it. Where do we begin?
Independence Day or Batman?
Let's begin with Independence Day. I'll put my papers in this order.
All right, counselor.
Okay, so...
I'll allow it.
Thank you. Look at that. Look at
You
that.
watch your step.
Thank you, Your Honor. Independence Day Resurgence had a very explodey trailer happen. Much more explodey than the last trailer that we watched. Thoughts?
I feel like this movie is counting on the fact, and as most sequels do, that you have incredibly fond memories of a movie 25 years old.
Clerks 3 shooting this year. Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of nostalgia here, but I just don't know. Like, I was there when Independence Day happened. The War of '96, as we learned in this trailer, is what it's called, I believe. I was there for when it happened, and it was fucking huge.
Massive.
As big as a movie gets in the summertime. But it was a one and doneer. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no sequel. Will Smith went on to Men in Black, I believe.
Yes.
That was his next
To
alien
become
thing
the biggest movie star in the world.
on the planet. So, like, it was this weird localized event of that summer.
Yeah.
Like, it was fucking massive then, and then it was just gone, and nobody did it
Yeah,
anymore.
or
So
if
it's
you were
weird
going to do a
it now.
sequel, you should have done one like, Bad Boys 1, a year and a half later,
You know,
Bad Boys 2.
Number one, he's absolutely right. And number two, just like Bad Boys 2, if you're going to make a Bad Boys 2, you got to bring everybody back from Bad Boys 1. I don't know how you make this movie without Will Smith.
The Jeff Goldblum mojo is
Great.
strong.
It's great, and so Bill Pullman is a wonderful, bearded old president. They're back, like whatever he's.
I want to
this
declare
time.
Independence Day again.
There he is. Look at President Beard.
Can we do an Independence Day again? I want people to remember me.
I got another speech, kids. He's in it, so that he's there, but like
Yeah, they got like a replacement black guy to be Will Smith.
Who is it?
I don't even know. Just like handsome black dude.
we all remember that Will Smith was the first one to greet the aliens with a punch in the face and saying, "Welcome to Earth." So if he's not back. But I ain't saying, like, throw the baby out with the bathwater. Of course I'll fucking go see it.
There's
But
explodey things.
A lot of explodey shit. And honestly, you know what? I don't even know if I will necessarily go see this, like, opening week. This seems like the kind of thing I would catch on, like, cable or something like that.
Yeah, or like, a Tuesday matinee the week
Maybe,
after.
yeah. Or if somebody's like, hey, you want to go see Independence Day? I got free tickets. I'll be like, all right.
Fuck it, for free.
Yeah, why not? I'm like, I'm either going to stay home, jerk off again, or I can go see Independence Day.
And then jerk off.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I can have everything. Just like those fucking aliens come to Earth and want it all.
As long as you bookend a day with masturbation, whatever happens in the middle, everybody wins.
Excellent point.
Or at the very least, you win.
Life, kids, the more you know. Marc Bernardin with jewels and life
the more
lessons.
you know. Never to be on NBC. Just masturbate twice a day.
I gotta be honest with you. Like here, when they showed us, here's the problem.
Yes.
When we saw Independence Day in 1996, I'm getting on my soapbox. When we saw Independence Day back in the day, and they blew up the White House, and they blew up like the Lincoln Memorial, and they blew up every famous icon on the planet. That was new. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, holy shit, is that what that would look like? That's fucked up. Then September 11th happened, and we all knew what real horror looked like. And then all the movies kind of adapted. And so even the Transformers had 9/11-ish images of buildings going down and shit. Like Superman, Man of Steel, rather, I should say. Very explodey of buildings and stuff like that. So it just kind of feels like
It's a bit lost in time.
a little, you know what I'm
know?
saying? Like it makes me rethink whether I want to do Clerks 3 or not. Like if I do Clerks 3, am I Independence Day Resurgence where people are like, it's over, you fat fuck, move on. Who do you think you are, Jeff Goldblum? Like, why is it okay? Are they what's gonna happen? Predict the future. And I'm not shitting on this movie, I'm sure it'll be fine, but like there is an element of like, oh, there was a window and you might have passed it. I just don't think there's enough like fucking woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they kind of play it, they make you feel like, oh shit, it might be huge. I think it'll do business. Let's be honest. It'll make $100 million, but it is not going to be. I don't think. And I'm no box office prognosticator, but I don't think it could ever repeat the success of that first one.
And it can't repeat the cultural significance of that first one.
Did you explain? Give him a single and let him explain.
I mean, the first movie was Will Smith's like asserting his dominance as a movie star, which he would do again, and like help old white dudes look cool became his thing. Where Denzel went the other way, making young white dudes look cool.
Oh my God, you're absolutely right.
But it was it's like, all right, Tommy Lee Jones, let's make you a comedian because I have so much charisma that'll just spill over and wash in your face.
Could you imagine? Although he was funny, as Gerard in The Fugitive.
Yeah,
He had some
funny-ish.
Funny-ish.
But like you can't. The special effects were cutting edge at the time, and at this point, we've seen everything that we're ever going to see. We saw a Star Killer base.
Yeah.
Like what? How do you keep them on the farm once they've seen a Star Killer base?
We've seen a lot of shit blow up, kids. Yeah, in fact, in Force Awakens, Star Killer Base blew up 9 planets at once, making it real hard to blow up anything in a movie ever again and have people go like, "Well, that's impressive."
Yeah. Although
it was like a pool shot in that movie. They were like, "Ping, ping, ping, ping."
Space destructo billiards. But like Roland Emmerich, like that's his thing. What he does is blow shit up real good.
Yeah.
Did you know that he made a Stonewall movie?
He did.
That nobody saw.
Yeah.
Because that is not what you want out of Roland Emmerich.
Yeah, it had other problems too. Stonewall, for those that don't remember,
not up on your
for those
gay
that
New
don't
York
know
history.
gay history, Stonewall is very important. The club in New York is a bar in New York where the gay rights movement began in earnest with a bunch of people taking a stand and saying no. Bunch of transgender people, a bunch of people of every race and color, predominantly not white folks.
Correct.
Somehow the movie became about how a young gay white man stands up for everybody else.
Yeah, it's like, find me the one white guy in Greenwich Village in the 60s. And
It's like essentially telling like the Malcolm X story, but going like, let's focus on his white friend.
Right.
It was just the weirdest kind of way to...
which Hollywood did quite a bit.
That's true. So he was actually right in the pocket for historical accuracy.
Do you remember Cry Freedom?
Yes.
That movie about Denzel Washington and Steve Biko, one of the early apartheid, like anti-apartheid rebels. It's about Kevin Kline.
Yeah.
Trying to get out of South Africa. It's like, but what about the black guy who's doing the history?
He seems rather interesting.
No.
Like, hey. White priest. That's what puts asses in seats at the box office, kids. Yeah, it has been that way for quite some time.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
So yes, I am not sure exactly how many things Roland Emmerich is going to explode in Independence Day Resurgence. I'm banking on quite a bit.
I'm going to say a lot more than he did in Stonewall. More shit's going to blow up in Independence Day Resurgence than did in Stonewall.
All right.
So if you sat at Stonewall and you're like, fucking Roland Emmerich, you sell out, why won't shit explode? He's back.
This is your one.
Yeah, you're going to get it.
Now you win.
By the way, you could probably check out Stonewall on home video.
I'm sure.
It's
streaming at some point somewhere.
Check it out.
Yeah, if you really want to.
Yeah, and you know what? Support. Motherfucker is like, I'm tired of blowing shit up. I want to tell stories it's important to me. And he went out there and told them, people like, fuck you, blow shit up. He's like, all right. So he went right back to work, man. I feel for him.
You're not good.
Dude, I've heard that quite a bit. That ain't reserved just for Roland Emmerich, man. All right, next up, let's talk about another trailer they had. I didn't see this one. I didn't watch the Super Bowl, so I didn't watch any of them on the Super Bowl, but I watched a lot of them as soon as I watched Google News, and as soon as something happened, they were like, this trailer's up, so I watched it. But I did not see the new Jungle Book trailer. Did you?
I did see the new trailer.
How was it?
It's actionier. There's a
Oh,
lot
more so. Was there
Yeah.
any singing yet? Did you see any animals sing? Did you hear Bill Murray yet?
You hear Bill Murray speak. You don't hear him sing.
Okay.
He just whistles at the end of that first trailer. He
Yes.
whistles Bare Necessities, but this time he actually talks.
Look at that shot. Did you see that shot? Go
so
back to that
good.
shot of him with King Louis. Oh my God, that's so fucking. Look how impressive and massive that orang
They're
is.
selling the scale on this movie for sure.
This movie was shot locally, right? In on a green screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everything across the street or some such shit. Like everything's made up. It's a fucking living
Everything's
cartoon.
on the Disney lot.
Jungle Book, people like the live action Jungle Book. This one is as cartoony as the other. It just looks better, but everything is unreal except for the boy, right? The boy's real and everything else is.
Yeah, pretty much. In a motion capture volume.
Is that what they're calling it? They
Volume.
can't call it a motion picture anymore?
No, it's motion capture. The volume is the stage that they shoot it in.
I see.
That's a fancy.
Well,
James
the
Cameron
volume's turned up to 11.
To 11.
On this movie.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They did this cool thing on the trailer.
Look at that. See that picture? That water
All fake.
isn't real.
Or maybe the water's real, but it's just like a green screen tub.
Everything is fucking manufactured. Like, that's crazy. But I'm with this, and here's why. I'll never doubt this filmmaker in my life. Jon Favreau made, honestly, and I'm not even like the biggest Favreau flag waver. I like him. But Iron Man is a perfect film. Like, I've watched that movie to death, dude. I watched it stone, fucking not stone. Mostly stone, I'll be honest with you. But I watched it when I wanted to watch it, when I've just been bored. You could start that movie anywhere. It is perfection. Like Empire Strikes Back, it is an utterly watchable film from beginning to last. They should have given that dude a Star Wars movie. It's not too late. He's working at Disney. He'll probably get, excuse me, a Star Wars movie. But I would have given him like the next one.
Yeah,
not to say anything against Ryan. Jeez, you can't fucking say anything without getting in trouble. But I would have, Iron Man is such a fucking Star Warsian level good movie. I would have fucking tapped him. But so I'll go see this, even though I'm like, really, man? Like, come on. All anyone ever complains about is sequel and remakes. And this is about as sequel-y remake as it gets. Holy shit.
Totally.
But I trust that filmmaker. Like, number one, he got Bill Murray to play Baloo. That's pretty genius. But number two, fucking, he always tries to deliver, man. He's a filmmaker. Like, a true director at heart. Good storyteller. Really good storyteller, man. Iron Man is so fucking impressive, dude. I've been analyzing that movie for years. And I'm like, there's no seam. You can't pull at anything and watch it unravel. And you got to think about it. That's important because we live in the age of the Marvel movie, and that begins the age of the Marvel movie. Not your Hulk or anything like that, or fucking Blade or X-Men or Spider-Man. The age of the true Marvel film as we know it, Marvel movie as we know it, begins on the fucking very strong back and shoulders of Iron Man. Like, that guy's fucking talented.
And we talked about like the.
I know nobody's fighting me. I'm getting all like, fuck you, he's good. Everyone's like, we know.
The movie's great.
They're like, dude, we know he's good. We know you're bad. But he is. He's really good. So I'm not the biggest like fan of like, come on, man. Fucking like, I understand it's a business. We got to make money and shit. But like, really? The Jungle Book again? But give it to this dude. And then I'm like, all right, that's how you get my money. You're giving it to someone interested. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it had been any random dick presents the Jungle Book, I don't know that I'd be going. But because it's Favreau, fuck you, Disney. You got my money.
I would like to see Random Dick Presents.
Random Dick Presents Jungle Book.
A random dick picture.
I'm buying a ticket for that movie now. What did you think of this trailer?
I think
Besides actiony.
Here's the thing that I kind of loved about it, and it's purely technical. It's purely
Give him a goddamn single. He's talking.
The trailer comes on your TV letterbox, right? Every now and again, one of the beasts would burst through the letterbox. So you'd see like the top of like Bagheera's head over the letterbox thing, and under like the illusion of 3D they built into a 2D trailer.
That's kind of interesting.
You know, and so it does this very subtle thing where you're just a little bit more invested.
The point is, you haven't seen that before.
No.
That's the first time you've ever seen somebody do that.
Yeah.
Caught your attention. So that money on the Super Bowl, well spent.
Totally.
You figure they were like, we could just put up footage, or we can put Bagheera's head through the thing.
Just a little bit of a thing to make you feel like this movie's jumping out at you.
Smart, man.
Yeah,
now, who makes that decision? Some people be like, the filmmaker? That's a marketer.
Yep.
That's
that
marketing.
is Disney marketing.
You ain't kidding. Or some team that Disney hires. I don't know if they do everything in-house, but
Yeah.
some marketer somewhere is the brainchild behind that. Just like those Suicide Squad trailers. I met the marketing guy. Like, he's brilliant, dude. Like, it's so weird because you're like, how about we just give him a bunch of fucking money, let him make a movie? Because he's so fucking smart and he's got impeccable taste. But those two trailers for the Suicide Squad, they're works of art in and of themselves. Yeah. And that's a dude that's just like, he's part of the process, of course. He's fucking higher up, muckety-muck up the studio. But he's not making that film. David Ayer is. But this guy's like, I bet you I can make a short film out of that film that makes everybody excited. And that's all it is at this point. It ain't just selling the movie. It's like this wonderful art form where you get to make a short film out of that material.
Yeah, especially because they don't have the entire film yet to work with. It's like,
yeah, they're still making it.
Half of this shit is not in post. The effects are not done yet. Here are the 25 shots I've got to work with, and I got to make this sing with almost nothing.
How'd they do with the Jungle Book trailer? Same thing? Because they done? When is that coming out? Summer?
It's coming out like May, I want to say.
That movie's going to print fucking money. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, you know, some people be like, what are you fighting it for? I ain't fighting it, but it's just like in a world where people are like, we want new things. This is not new.
No.
But it is printing money.
Totally.
It's giving people what they want, and people don't even know they want this until they saw fucking footage of Bill Murray the bear fucking talking. People are like, oh my God, fuck you, take it all.
Yeah, for like every grandparent who's like, they don't make movies I can take my grandkids to. Hey, look, it's the movie you loved when you also were 11, with the songs you loved when you were 11.
Disney on fire right now, dude.
They're killing it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, used to be when I was a kid, they had like, you know, fucking the Shaggy DA. And shit, one of our dragons is missing.
The
One of our
Black Cauldron.
dinosaurs is missing. Now they're just like, fuck you, Civil War. Fuck you, Jungle Book. Let's talk about Civil War, man.
Yes.
Civil War, Captain America Civil War trailer was dropped on the Super Bowl. How could you not? You have two teams facing each other. This is a great way to fucking showcase that movie.
It was a short trailer, though. It was only like a 30-second spot.
Didn't matter, dude. They gave us the lineup. That's the important thing, man. All right, so there's fucking what's-his-fuck. Winter Soldier. I don't know what that fucking thing is. That's the new Iron Man suit. Comes out as watch. Okay, so hold on this. Here's our lineup. They finally revealed which teams are.
We're missing Falcon off to the left.
Falcon's off to the left. Ant-Man's next to him.
Hawkeye,
Cap, Scarlet Witch, and
Winter Soldier.
And now they're fighting for what? We should work for the government or fuck the government?
They're fighting to not register. They're fighting to keep their secret identity.
Look at our fancy new fucking picture-in-picture graphics. Look at this. We can look at the picture and be in the picture as well.
Technology.
All right, so wait, they're the good guys? They're all good guys,
They're
right?
all good guys.
This is difficult.
But Cap was anti-registration, and Iron Man was pro-registration.
So Iron Man, after Sokovia, is just like, we fucked up.
Right. We have to be accountable for our actions, and they should know who we are so we can pay for our...
And Captain America, who everybody knows who he is like, no, we should be able to keep our secret identities.
Yes. Like, you know...
Makes no sense.
Well, I think he was just of the, like, you know, we're soldiers in a war. You don't need to know who the soldiers are. You just need to know they're fighting the war. And if protecting yourself and protecting the people you love is integral to you fighting this war, that should be a thing you get to keep to yourself.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
All defended. All right, let's see the other lineup. There we go. Yeah! Who gives a fuck what you just said? There's Black Panther, man! That's amazing, dude.
Standing tall.
Oh, come on. So on the other side, you got Iron Man, Iron Patriot, or whatever they call him, War Machine, Black Widow, Vision. Why is he teaming up with fucking... Hey, where's Thor? He's not in this.
And Hulk is not in this either.
That's right, because you got those two fuckers, battle's over. Whoever team they're on...
Or they just punch each other for
That's
a while.
it. Fucking boom, 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 back and forth. All right, let's break this down, dude. I know there's a picture on the internet where somebody like, look at Iron Man's iron fucking shoulder. You see that one reflection of a light? Somebody online took it. If you go deep into his shoulder, you see the reflection of Spider-Man with a camera snapping a picture.
Sweet fucking... Like, really, internet guys?
Internet tried to fool us all and shit. But in any event, they did raise a good point, which is like, holy fuck, this ain't all the heroes because Spider-Man's still missing. And there could be some more as well, for all we know.
There could be.
This is that one fight scene in the movie, man, where they're at the airport or some such shit. But there he is, dude, fucking king of Wakanda.
And I love that everybody gets a redhead.
Oh, my God. Black Widow? Oh my God, there's only one girl per each team?
Yeah, pretty much. We only have 2 ladies in the Marvel Universe, and everybody gets one.
Seem to remember a lot more than that.
Yeah, you think?
They'll get to him eventually. All right, but fucking, I ain't bitching because that looks amazing. Totally. If every one of those characters punches every one of those other characters in the face, you have my money. That's all I'm looking for. Line them up, back, credits.
Nice.
That's all it needs to be. That looks fantastic. So that trailer was short. We've seen a lot of that stuff before, but those 2 lineup shots.
Now we know.
Pretty, the mo juice, if you will.
Whose side are you on? I'm on the side of justice.
You and me both. I'm on the Black Panther side because fuck. Oh, God.
I mean, how can you not be?
He looks amazing, dude. And it's just like, I can't, again, we say it a lot on the show, can't believe we live in a world where he's in a movie.
Yeah.
Like, not just like, oh, we added him to the Netflix show. He's in a fucking movie.
Right. And he's getting his own fucking movie.
Wakanda is a word that your grandma's going to know. Wakanda, that's where the Black Panther comes from. Tiger, that's what she'll say.
What kind of pants are you wearing today, bitch? Pull those pants up.
Is that what a grandma says?
Sometimes. My grandma did.
Lord, your grandmother never said anything like that. You sound like Bill Cosby's grandma there for a second. Telling people to pull their pants up.
What kind of bathing suit is that? Showing too much skin.
Is that your grandmother? Is that who you're doing?
Again, my grandmother, yeah.
Judgy.
A little bit.
A little, right?
When you get to your 80s, you get to be judgy.
You think you'll be that way? When
I mean, you lose bowel control, but you get judgment.
That's all right. You lose that, and you gain power to criticize.
That's the trade-off.
Maybe the idea is we learn from that, and we don't be that at 80.
That is ideally.
I'm going to try to be this guy, the guy that's like, oh my God, Black Panther's in a movie? You think at 80 I'll be like, I don't care. I just don't want to die. Like that'll be the most excitement. Like what? Panther? I don't give a shit. This is going to keep me alive one more day. Speaking of which, we're young, vital men right now in our middle age.
Very kind of you say.
Yeah, fuck. We're closer to old than
rocking the Reed Richards. We're young, vital men.
We're trying to be young. Let's look at young things. While we're talking about trailers, Captain America, a little spin-off. Did you see the Coke commercial?
Yes, I did.
Coke commercial with Ant-Man and Hulk. Was that Paul Rudd?
I think it was.
I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah.
They never showed his face.
Yeah. It was his voice, though.
Was it?
Are you telling me you know a thing that I don't know?
I'm asking. I watched that commercial and I was like, well, because I'm sitting there going like, you know, they didn't get a movie star. No movie star would ever sign on to do something as gross as a commercial during the fucking Super Bowl, I says to myself. So I said, is that Paul Rudd? I don't know. And is it his voice? It'd be interesting to find out.
Do you think that Paul Rudd has a brother who doubles for his voice?
Like Tom Hanks? Like Tom Hanks? Jim Hanks? Good.
Yeah.
We're like Phil Rudd? He's just like, Paul's busy today. I'm Phil. I'll be standing in. Yo, Hulk, give me a Coke over there. They're like, that don't sound like fucking Ant-Man at all. He's like, when you get Phil, you get Phil.
And when you get Phil, you get Andrew Dice Clay.
Phil Rudd. Phil Rudd, copyright. Kevin and Margaret Arden, because we're going to go audition for SNL with that character. Okay. Another X-Men project, my friend, or another Marvel project, kind of course, is the X-Men. Is the X-Men universe. First off, I find it very surprising they didn't use the Super Bowl to be like, Deadpool. I know they're just sitting there going like, this movie's gonna make so much money anyway. Go fuck yourselves. It looks like it's tracking to make 70 to 80 million.
Which is
opening weekend for a movie that your mother, she don't know who Deadpool is. No. She's about to.
Or is never gonna go and doesn't have to go.
This don't matter, man. This movie's gonna make a lot of fucking money. Okay, what are we looking at here?
We are looking at Psylocke slicing through.
Psylocke, son!
What?
Psylocke, son! That, of course, is Olivia Munn, who used to host, what was it?
Attack of the Show.
Attack of the Show.
Yeah.
She interviewed me at one point.
Back in the old G-Force.
Now she's fucking Psylocke. And I sat across from her. Never once was they were like, you look like Psylocke. But fuck if she don't look like Psylocke.
She's killing it.
All you gotta do is put the outfit on. And have the body, of course. And have those fucking shing laser swords.
Yes.
She was my favorite character in the X-Men Sega Genesis game. I loved being Psylocke. So I'm happy to see this character come to life. We saw yet another look at the X-Men Apocalypse trailer. Mark, are you excited about this one?
I'm excited, and I will be candid. My wife didn't even know there was another one coming because I try and insulate her from these things.
Yeah, you're like, I like to talk about adult things.
I can't let this much nerd just seep out in the house, otherwise things will go badly quickly.
You get it to me.
Yes.
I get all, she's like, you give him all the best parts of you, and all I get is the love and respect. And sex. Anyway.
And she was like, ooh, another movie? Who's that? I like this. Let's go. 30 seconds she was in.
The fuck? Really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Fox. Well done.
Yes, you got my wife to go.
Did she see the Independence Day trailer?
She's in the bag for that.
Really?
She is, and
your Fox is for Fox.
Pretty much. She's a huge fan of that first movie.
Really?
And so the minute that first trailer came, and it just had the Bill Pullman, not Jeff
Jeff Pullman. They combined both Jeff Goldblum and Bill Pullman into one amazing actor.
Voltron Pullman. I'll form the head.
Actors assemble. And they made really bold choices.
But she just loves that speech. That is one of her favorite speeches ever. Is the Today we celebrate our Independence Day.
I always thought that he should have stopped at Independence. I know it's the title. But grammatically speaking, today we celebrate our independence. That's a way to end.
Right. Or you crop
independence
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, I know.
Because who calls it Independence Day?
Not me.
Really, if you're giving that speech, you're fired up. You're like, today's our fucking 4th of July. Woo! And shit
Blowing
like
shit
that.
up.
I wouldn't even said that. I would've
Keg
been like,
stands.
well, today we punch all the aliens in the face and say, welcome to Earth. That's what he said, right? And Will comes up, he's like, I did.
Yeah, welcome to Earth Day.
Welcome to Earth Day. What did you think of X-Men Apocalypse? I know your lady's in the bag now, but
She's in the bag. It's still, they're not showing us very much of it. They're being very
Seems like the effects aren't done. That's all.
Yeah,
like it doesn't seem like they're hiding anything. They're just like, whoa.
It's still a little bit early, and they're still like finishing stuff up. So they're not showing us that much, but I mean, fucking yeah.
Dude, we're seeing Psylocke. There's Boy Cyclops.
And I want to see
seeing all the size.
Baby Storm.
Yes.
Baby Jean
Storm.
Grey.
Look, Archangel,
Baby
Angel and Archangel, Baby Nightcrawler, Jean Grey, as you said, man, and it's the girl from Game of Thrones.
Yes,
Sansa Stark, there she is. Look at her. She's just like, oh, fuck, man. I hope I fare better in this world than I did in the other one. Last time you saw me, I was jumping off a building with a dickless Theon. Now I'm hanging out with fucking the X-Men.
What's a phoenix?
Boy, oh boy, man. And there he is, of course, Michael Jobs Fassbender, returning as Magneto. Now, he's played Magneto maybe about as many times as Ian McKellen at this point, you think?
McKellen.
Somebody do the math.
McKellen
Feels
was
like
in
he's been
4 of them.
And he's what? Fassbender's 3?
3, yeah.
Think he's trying to beat him?
I mean,
he'll beat him.
He's got time on his side.
Good
just-
point.
I'm
Ian
just
McKellen's
saying.
sitting there somewhere and go, fuck you, Marc Bernardin. I am Magneto.
You son of a bitch. My name is Gandalf.
Let me say, I met Ian McKellen once in a fucking lobby of a hotel at Cannes. One thing I can assure you, Ian McKellen does not waste his time watching shit like this. Ian McKellen lives, dude, like to the fucking fullest. You ever read any Ian McKellen stories?
No. Tell me some Ian McKellen stories.
Just go look up Ian McKellen online.
He's got a blog.
Look up Ian McKellen Quiet Life. You ain't gonna find anything.
No.
Ian McKellen parties, dude. Like, I mean, I know that's an old expression, but he parties hardy, dude.
Would you like to go wilding, dear boy?
You ain't kidding, dude. Fucking, he ain't the wizard for nothing. I was at this hotel in Cannes, man. I was downstairs in the lobby. I was there for Clerks 2, and X3 was there. So I'm down in the lobby because that's where the best Wi-Fi was and stuff, early in the morning, trying to get online. He comes in, and it's like 6 in the morning, and he was wearing a robe and like nothing else, like bare ankles and shit. And he's like, I've locked myself out of my room. And the person behind the counter was like, pourquoi? Because we were in France and stuff. And then he fucking busted it in French. He's that classy. And then he turned around, and I was sitting, so I was typing, and I heard the voice, and I was like, is that the dude from App Pupil? That's what I said. That's where I went. Can you imagine? And he fucking turned around at one point, and he was just waiting for the dude, and he went like, and then, like a smile as you would and shit like that.
Good day, sir.
But the impression that I got was like, we were all out fucking partying, bitch, and I lost my keys. Like, he wasn't hammered, but that dude lives, bro.
Right. It's like, I didn't come out of my room now.
Yeah.
This is me coming back to my room after the night.
Bingo.
In a robe.
And he looked at me like, what are you? You're on the internet? God bless.
Yeah, dear boy.
I'm going to come 1,000 times in an hour. Through the power of Hobbit magic. I don't see those movies that much. Anyway, X-Men Apocalypse, dude. The one shot in that trailer, though, that I do like is when he pushes the one dude down and he gets big. It's kind of cool.
I know. Fuck it, dude. It's an X-Men movie.
Dude,
it's
I'm
a
there.
Bryan Singer.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I don't care who directs it. I'm there for the X-Men. I support all these. Yeah, there's that shot. Look at that right there. Yeah, man, I'm on board, man. I'm way on board. I'm way more on board for the newest X-Men movie that's coming this fucking weekend, man. Deadpool.
Bling.
Deadpool. We'll all be seeing it soon. We'll all be able to talk about it. I've heard from people who've seen it. Amazing things.
Excellent.
We predicted excellence on this show.
We did.
And this kid, Tim Miller, look at that. Come on.
This kid, Tim Miller.
This kid, Tim
50
Miller.
Years old.
50 years old. The world is his oyster, this boy. This boy director's cracked the code of R-rated comic book movies. Somewhere Zack Snyder's like, he cracked the code? What about 300? This is fun. This ain't like a sad, scary movie. That says Spotter, where people are yelling at each other and dudes are hot and fucking oiled up. This is one of them fun movies where people are like, yuck, 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 and then stabbing a motherfucker in the throat.
Did you not find oily dudes punching each other in the face with swords not fun?
That's not my thing.
No?
I'm not a sword and sandal kind of guy. Like, I think it's a masterful film. It's incredibly well made, and I think he's a great filmmaker. But, like, I saw that movie once, and I never need to see it again. And not like, boy, it disappointed me. I'm like, well, yeah, I get it.
You're done?
it's beautiful to look at, but like some works of art, you appreciate and you move on. Some shit you do to death because you're like, that's my jam. 300, not quite my jam. I would watch, and some people, now I'm going to lose all my fucking credibility on the internet when I say this. I would watch Man of Steel again before I'd watch 300 again. I have watched Man of Steel more times than I would ever watch 300. But I probably watched Dawn of the Dead most of all the Snyder films.
Okay.
Masterful.
You win there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, think about the level of difficulty going into that job in particular. Like, you're not doing Night of the Living Dead. You're doing the one everybody fucking knows and loves.
Yep.
Dawn of the Dead. And they found a way to do it. Crack the code. That movie is fantastic. Utterly watchable. You could put it side by side with Romero's original. Two completely different beasts, man, but wholly fucking valid in both of their own presentations. Love them both. That's why that dude is fucking successful, man.
And also written by James Gunn.
Was it really?
Yeah.
God, what a pedigree on this fucking movie. Did he? That's right. He wrote like Scooby, and then he wrote that. It's a good script.
And that movie is so fucking smart.
This Gunn kid, he's going places too.
Yeah, I know.
I predict big things for James.
Somebody's going to give him a movie.
You know what I'm saying? All right, man. So that's everything on this page. Let's move to this page.
All right.
Let's do the Turtles next. Hey.
Should we?
You gotta.
I mean, if you
know
say
what?
so.
Not for nothing, dude. Bebop, Rocksteady, and Krang, they're trying.
I mean,
Casey Jones, they're trying. They're throwing everything in but the kitchen sink. They seem to have learned from the previous sins, and they're like, we're going to give you everything you could possibly want in a turtle movie.
Because we're never making a third one, so here's everything.
You think that's what it is?
It's got, I mean, no, you know what? This
you
movie's going to make
one
fucking
scene
money.
where they're like, go ninja, go. That's where they put everything in.
If there's not, I'm going to be upset.
I know at this point.
They like drag Vanilla Ice out of retirement. Come on, Van Winkle, sing!
I thought he was playing Krang. I don't even, I'm not a Turtles guy, but like I'm on board, dude, because they're smart enough to bring in the classic characters. Like that makes me interested.
You are far more on board than I am.
I don't think I'll go see it in the movie theater. Don't get me wrong.
Because I saw that first movie in the theater. Yeah.
Ooh, give him a single. I don't mean the fucking single of Krang. I mean, give Marc a goddamn
Look
single.
into my eye.
There you go. Tell him.
Don't. I mean,
why did you go?
Because my son wanted to see it.
That's right. You got kids.
I got a kid of that age, and I'm like, hey, yeah, fuck it. We'll go to the movies. We'll ride our bikes in the movie theater. It'll be great.
Did you ride your bike?
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
I mean, we live.
It's like something out of the Peanuts.
We live near Northridge, which is where they shot E.T. So we can ride through these streets that kind of feel like we're fucking Elliot riding through. Like, we're having a chase!
Oh my God, a bunch of adults stop you and point walkie-talkies at you?
Like chasing us with vans and shit. It's a little weird.
Na, 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 na.
Yes.
That's sweet. All right, so wait.
Adorable. So I did not like the first one. I do not expect
Way
to
to take a
the
sweet
second
story like me and my boy had adventures on bikes like E.T. and Elliot. I'm like, what'd you think of
one. I'm going to piss on this film right
like,
now.
Fuck this movie. Fuck it in its ass. Me and my boy bike rode to see it and it sucked. Did he like it?
Yeah, because he was like 8.
All right, well, that's what it's made for.
You're supposed to like shit at 8.
They're not trying to get you. As a movie goer, you were like, no.
As a cineast, which I am, I felt it fell a little short of the mark.
Really?
Whatever fucking mark they set for themselves.
Yeah, what bar are they fucking working at that they didn't hit for you?
Little yellow bus bar, like right here.
I'm going to give you, I'll be honest with you, man. The inclusion of Krang, Bebop, and Rocksteady has put this movie on my radar.
Okay.
Enough that I'm like, looking at more I didn't even look at the trailers for that first one.
Good for you.
But this one, I'm like, let's see. Look, there he is, man.
Yeah. Brown eye.
That's pink eye if I've ever seen one. Look at that, my lord. It's like somebody trapped inside a vagina, looking out at you.
Very Cronenbergian.
Could you imagine fucking David Cronenberg?
If he did a fucking Turtles movie,
give him the third one.
Shit.
Look, he did The Fly. It's not like you can't make a mainstream entertainment.
Oh, fuck.
That's how you get our dollar.
Yes.
So, like, we don't want you.
Videodrome of Turtles movies.
We want the children. Batman v Superman. Last movie that made an appearance. Well, that's not true. Let's save that for the end.
All right.
Jason Bourne, dude.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, it looks good, right?
I will watch him punch
Just a
people
movie
and just run again.
Matt Damon punching people and running away. That's all I need.
And just telling people he knows who he is.
Yeah.
I know who I
am. Pow, and he runs away. I'm like,
my name is Jason Bourne. Boom.
They're not even trying anymore with the title. Now they're just calling him Jason Bourne. Look at him, dude. Look how tough he looks. Goodwill Hunting, hunting your fucking ass and blowing your fucking face off. I remember who I am. He says that or something like that.
I am the man who knocks.
Yeah, he's like, I think they're like, you
No.
watched Breaking Bad, you dick, and he's like, oh, then I don't know who I am.
Sorry, I was just improvising on that one. Let's
And
do it
credits. Look at this, man. Apparently, a scene takes place in Batman Begins.
again.
That's what it looks like.
Or on the airfield
How
in
fucking
Raiders.
huge that dude is, dude. He's got the gun show in town.
He really does.
The Martian, like he played a math kid in The Martian. In this movie, he's like,
But he was still a math kid with guns.
I'm Bane. He's playing Bane in this movie. He's so fucking built.
I know
all right,
who
I'm
I
on
am.
board. He left the franchise when? 9 years ago?
2009, I want to say was the
So
last
close
one.
to 9 years ago.
Yeah.
When by the time he shot
the
it,
time
came
this
out
comes out.
2009. So
Yeah.
almost a decade later, the man has returned with Paul Greengrass, the director.
Yep.
If you like Bourne, he looks Bourne again. There, I said it.
Hey.
I don't know why they didn't use that title.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? So obvious, I guess.
Jason Bourne is born again.
Born again. Just call it Born Again. I guess the again would infer like born again, but who ain't gonna go? It's the Martian punching people in the face.
Fucking born again.
You could
man.
mark it as Martian 2. He's back on Earth and he's mad. And he's punching fuckers in the face. I was in space. I had to use my own pee and poo. That's
I'm
the
gonna
part
sentence the shit out of your head.
Good pull. All right, man. Last trailer that's not Batman v Superman related.
Yes.
10 Cloverfield Lane.
Cannot fucking wait.
Yeah, right. Come on, dude. John Goodman. I love John Goodman. This trailer, throw up an image of some sort. Show them what it looks like.
Ooh.
It is, we ain't got none? Fuck it. I'll
All right.
describe it for you.
Please.
Imagine, no. It all looks like it takes place in like a missile, like
A bunker. Yeah.
a bunker, like a nuclear shelter, nuclear fallout shelter, which is so smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how cheap is that? Then you save your effects for like fucking 5 scenes and you're out.
And also, that's the way you shoot a movie, and nobody knows you're shooting a movie. If everything is in like one secure location, nobody's walking in and out of any place. There's no like aerial
And everyone's
shots
like,
in-
"Where'd this movie come from?" That's where this movie came from.
Yeah.
And you're fucking like JJ's the master of sleight of hand. You're looking at fucking Force Awakens. They're over there quietly making 10 Cloverfield Lane. He's not the director, but he's the producer. It's
Yeah.
a bad robot movie. And obviously, as we hear at the end of this spot, something
Monsters.
sounds like fucking monsters, man.
Fuck yes.
Can't wait. And this one's like a freebie. I know we have to pay to see it, but like we weren't expecting this. It's kind of like bonus.
I know. I do wish that at some point somebody manages to crack I shot a movie, and you know what? Tomorrow you can go see it. Like literally, they do the distribution, they do the in theaters, they figure out a way to be like Beyonce with an album with a movie.
I'd like to do that.
I mean, I don't know how you.
I make
crack
movies
nut.
that go theaters fast, leave the theaters fast. I don't know if I get to the theaters as fast as all that, but yeah, that'd be amazing.
Run, movie, run.
I mean, you could do that. People do it online and shit, but to do it with a major motion picture,
Yeah.
like we finished this shit Friday.
Like-
watch it Friday next.
Seriously, in 3,000 screens.
Oh my God, how ballsy that would
Can
be.
you imagine? No promotion, no advertising. We just drop in a movie.
Smarketing right here.
Marc.
Hire Marc Bernardin.
Yes, to somehow fuck with your movie and not tell anybody it's coming out.
Not the greatest marketing, but interesting.
Why did this
Smarketing.
make $8 this weekend? Well, nobody knew, boss.
The show is titled Fat Man on Batman, so we should mention that
It
on
is.
Gotham, there's a new trailer for Gotham, ladies and gentlemen, that features both Hugo Strange and Mr. Freeze. Dr. Freeze, what a dick I am. Mr. Freeze,
I
man.
buy that he's a doctor, though. I mean,
He is, though. He's Dr. Victor Von Freeze.
Yeah, so he could be Dr. Freeze. Why not give that dude a promotion?
I don't even think he's Victor Von. I think I threw the Von in. I'm confusing it with Victor Von Doom. He's Dr. Victor Freeze.
Yeah.
But he is a doctor.
Yeah.
All right, so I was okay.
It should be Dr. Freeze.
It should be Dr. Freeze.
Yeah. I mean, if
Mr.
Dr.
They call
Detroit
me
can be
Mr.
Dr.
Freeze, I
Detroit,
suppose.
like, I don't think that motherfucker.
And Dr. Detroit had no medical license.
He had no post-grad work.
He was
So,
like, hello, ma'am. And he had the metal claw and shit. Oh, I thought you were going to throw up a picture of Dr. Detroit. I was like, that is a brilliant fucking pull.
nice job,
There you
control
go,
room.
man. That, of course, is,
B.D.
what's the
Wong.
actor's name? B.D. Wong, man, from Jurassic Park. The guy without whom there is no Jurassic Park movies, because he's the guy
Yes.
that made the eggs and shit.
And he's in Jurassic World.
And he's in Jurassic World. He's blowing up
back.
all over the place. And now he's
Good for
playing
him.
Dr. Hugo Strange in Gotham. So,
Is
check
that
out
enough to
Gotham.
get you to watch Gotham?
Yeah, I'll watch it when they're done with this season. Yeah.
Yeah.
They put a lot of fucking. It seems that they did this season what they should have done last season, which is just like, boom, here's
Yeah.
a bunch of villains. Never mind ones you didn't hear of, like Fish Mooney. Here's a bunch of villains you've heard of and stuff.
Yeah, we have the best rogues gallery in comics. Let's do them.
Feels like they just realized it this season. Hopefully, it's not too little, too late. Okay, finally, folks, the Super Bowl meant we got to see a bizarre little piece of marketing. Most people chose to show new footage from a movie or old footage with a new shot
or actual trailers,
full-blown trailer, Batman v Superman took this different approach in partnership with Turkish Airlines.
because sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because we've all flown them.
Yeah.
They're like the Southwest of the Midwest. Turkish Airlines. Turkish Airlines, I guess, is a partner on the movie. There you see one of the fine Turkish airline flights.
That's a jet.
That is a jet flying over a fictional city, I believe. There are 2 spots that they ran, one for Visit Metropolis and one for Visit Gotham. And in the Metropolis one, Lex Luthor.
Right.
So they showed Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah, there's shots of the Daily Planet building. They showed Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor in character.
Flying in a jet.
In a commercial spot, though.
Yeah.
For the Super Bowl.
Look,
there he is. Turkish Airlines. He's on the plane.
Stewardess.
Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Luthor.
Yeah, shout out to Otis this time around.
Otis is sexy.
Very interesting approach.
Sure.
But if you're going to do Metropolis, you have to do Gotham.
True. And
So that led to this. Do we have any images of this?
Ooh.
So they say, we announce, an opening of flights to Gotham City.
Like for the first time.
Yeah. Nobody's ever flown there before.
All the fires are out now.
First view of Ace Chemicals, dude, which apparently is in the fucking middle of the city. You know what I'm saying? Is that really a place for a chemical plant?
Probably not.
And looky.
Hey.
Look who's shilling for Turkish Airlines. It's Bruce Wayne, CEO of Wayne Enterprises.
Hello.
As one of our first looks outside of a trailer, Ben Affleck playing the inimitable Bruce Wayne, CEO of Wayne Enterprises. There's another shot. That almost looks like that one poster for The Dark Knight Returns.
Totally. Or
And there's a big old, and they say in the spot, they're like, if you're lucky, you might see a local celebrity. And they put up the bat signal and stuff. So, it's weird. And then they end with him on a Turkish Airlines flight.
That's the look I want out of my Bruce Wayne.
You think so?
No.
That one was, look, like they're a partner and they're spending about, who spent the money on those Super Bowl ads?
Turkish Airlines.
Exactly. That's why you do something like that. Warner Brothers didn't have to put out $5 million, whatever the fuck it cost this year. Turkish Airlines did it. So I guess it's a smart pairing up. Interesting.
Yeah,
though.
it's weird. A little odd.
It is very weird because they kind of backdoored 2 famous people into doing big commercials, which, to be fair, those commercials were on the Super Bowl. Maybe there's some sort of it's only playing once on the Super Bowl. It won't be played on TV again after this, or it's only be online spots or something like that. But it's interesting.
It has the feel of a thing that was supposed to be viral that they didn't trust to go viral.
What an excellent fucking analysis.
Like, it should have been the thing that, oh, look what I fucking found. This weird thing that they shot, and it's buried in a website. It's an ad with Bruce Wayne. Instead, we spent $2 million to show you 30 seconds of this commercial.
Yeah.
Which is a little, okay.
Or maybe they were like, we had a spot that we wanted to go with, but, we just showed a spot with Doomsday, and maybe we don't want to show another spot. But I don't know. It's like February, and this thing opens March 25th. Yeah, it's like a month and change. So... It was a weird decision, not a bad one, and it also is an insight into the movie and stuff. It's just very untraditional.
Yeah, by now with this stage is when you hit them hard.
Choice. Number one, I would have had a Suicide Squad commercial on the same one that they did. I would have done a 30-second spot, and got that on there. But yeah, I would have went a little more like, hey. They're fighting.
Punch, Batwing, and then you're out.
Bang. A little less meta and a little more meta. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
Or tickle the balls.
In any event, though, it's original. In a world where we all want originality, those 2 spots are very original. So hats off for the originality, man. Hats off to all the fine marketers behind all these spots. Because let's be honest, I know we're supposed to credit the filmmakers, but the true filmmakers of these spots are not the people who made the movies, but the people that took that movie and turned it into 30 seconds of I must see it. They sold Marc Bernardin's wife an X-Men movie.
Which, let's not kid ourselves, is a huge fucking sell.
Somebody at Fox deserves a fucking raise. Here, take this to your boss. The guy who made fucking...
We're going to have Phil Rudd deliver it.
Yeah, Phil Rudd will fucking...
Philly Rudd with an envelope showing up at your house, buddy.
Philly Rudd is... You don't fuck around, Philly Rudd. Philly Rudd's just what do you need? In any event, that's all the news we got this week.
Pretty much, man.
Thanks for hanging out and watching us read other people's news, man. Most of this was sourced from comicbook.com, comic book resources, a bunch of fine websites and whatnot. Without them, we have no show. We certainly don't have a show without our producer, Matt.
Matt!
Thank you.
Yay!
He's the one that steals all the news from the website.
Yes.
Blame me.
Highway robbery.
Totally.
Thank you, sir.
But hey, man, we're not delivering breaking news. This is just us filtering the news for you, man.
Massaging it a little
Yeah,
bit.
we're just making it cool. That's just it. And then giving it back to you.
Yeah.
Makes it a little easier to take when it comes from us.
Pretty much.
Non-threatening dudes with little dicks and boobs. That's the original title for the show, but instead, Fat Man on Batman rhymed, so we went with that. See? For Fat Man on Batman, I'm Kevin Smith.
Marc Bernardin.
Marc Boobs Bernardin, as we call him. Come back, see us in the Fat Cave in a couple days, man. Same fat time, same fat channel.
YouTube.com/Kevin Smith.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, click that thing below that says subscribe. Every time you click that, you save a baby kitten from murder.